Hey everyone! So I got a chance to drive my brother's Cybertruck last week, and it was a lot of fun. Interestingly, it felt kind of like driving my Model 3, which a smooth experience, an electric car, um, very very quiet, especially for a truck. Overall, it was a really great experience. It definitely doesn't feel like you're driving this giant truck. And a really cool thing about driving my brother's truck is that he has full self-driving. That like just came out on the Cybertruck. He spent the first couple of months that he had the truck not having even autopilot, and they finally just came out with being able to use full self-driving. So the first thing you notice, obviously, is that crazy steering wheel that is just tiny, and it's also drive by wire, so that you don't have to you barely have to turn it because it's not physically connected to the wheels. So it just kind of tells by a computer. It tells what the wheels what to do, and the full self-driving and the radar, like it's just really impressive because like look at the traffic lights that you can see right there on the screen. You can see that they're red, and then the cars going around are just so smooth compared to the Model 3 that I have. They don't look that smooth, and the arrows on the road, like it's just so safe, like compared to any other vehicle. And in a couple of seconds you'll see that I'm not even going to touch the wheel for turning at this. And I believe that this might even be a yield to turn left. And in a moment, it'll do it by itself. All right, here we go. Yep, just cracking my knuckles, just driving, and you can see on the GPS that I'm about to yield to the left, and it's going to stop at the light, even though there's no car in front of me. And yeah, there it is, turning around, and yeah, again, drive by wire. The turning radius is crazy. You don't have to. You barely have to turn the wheel, even if you're going like 180 degrees. We're at the same turn again that we were at before, but it's just another thing you'll notice is that I don't touch the wheel at all. If you're a Tesla driver and have autopilot, you'll know that every once in a while it kind of yells at you and says, "Hey, touch the wheel, apply slight force," it usually says. But this does not do that because it's a little creepy, but the way it does that is that the camera inside the cabin is looking at your eyes, and it can tell if you're paying attention to the road. So if you start daydreaming and looking out the window to the left or to the right, it will notice, and it'll say, "Hey, pay attention." And I don't think you even have to touch the wheel. It'll just stop reminding you once you look forward. And it sometimes takes a little while. It takes like 30 seconds for it to start doing that. I think it starts doing it more often if you keep on looking away. But the funny thing is, right when you touch your phone, if you pick up a phone, it immediately basically says, "Hey, pay attention to the road," because it can see that you're picking up a phone, which almost everywhere is illegal. So we're going to take that next turn again, right up here, where there's no... In my Model 3, it wouldn't stop at a stoplight like this without full self-driving. It would only stop if there's a car in front of me. So here we go, I'm merging onto the highway, and see, it's yield on green. So even though the light is green right now, it's still stopping and waiting for the traffic to go by. So it's not just assuming, all right, it's green, we can go. So I also really like the really big wide angle rear side view camera. Look at how much you can see on that. Zero blind spot at all. In fact, Tesla tried to make the Cybertruck without rear view mirrors. The original concept didn't have them, but there's just laws that say you have to have rear view mirrors in order to pass an inspection. And even though those cameras are actually safer and more reliable than a rear view mirror, they just had to put them on anyway, even though they're basically useless. And yeah, right there, it kind of, I started to look away and it started to yell at me. So I'm going to look out the window for just a minute. and you'll see how long it takes. Yep, it beeped at me and told me to look back. Apparently it can even tell if you're wearing sunglasses, which is a little weird. I'm not really sure how that works, but yeah, so I mean, you have to kind of be okay with the fact that that it's watching you and monitoring your eyes. But overall, it was a really great experience driving this thing. You would think that driving a big hulking car like this would be challenging, but it's actually like, I basically never drive pickups or any large vehicles, and it was easy. It felt very similar to driving my Model 3, except for the fact that it's much higher up and people look at you funny and all that. But yeah, it was a good time. What do you all think? I know this there's a Cybertruck kind of stigma for people that drive them, but you know, a fully loaded Ford F-150 is the same price as a Cybertruck, so I don't get why people make fun of how much it costs or say it's a waste of money. Like, the features are amazing. It can pull really amazingly. The back of the truck has like a 220 outlet and a bunch of 12-volt outlets. Like, it's the ultimate tailgating machine. It's super cool. It just looks ridiculous. So that's the one thing you kind of have to deal with, is people looking at you funny. But yeah, feel free to please leave your thoughts below, because I'm curious to hear what other drivers of the Cybertruck think so far, or what people think who have never driven it.
I am Olena. This is Isaac.
And we are the TravelBugBite.
We met in Prague, Czech Republic.
Lived in Shanghai, China.
New York and Rhode Island, USA.
And now we live in Hawaii.
We've traveled from Tibet to Puerto Rico.
Harbin to PP.
And drove cross country with Smiley in our Tesla Model 3.
Subscribe to follow our adventures.
If you liked our video, don't forget to click the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Check out our videos from all around the world and let us know what you'd like to see next.
Thanks for watching!